January 14th, and we are here playing some Light Seekers. Welcome to the pack, everybody. I'm gonna try and keep that thing going because I bought that mat. I'm the pack leader. I am your pack leader. This is Razor Greshu, here to showcase the very first place deck from the TPK Gaming. That's a mouthful. Gold tournament that happened this Saturday. Oh my God, guys! I wasn't able to go, unfortunately. I was having a lovely anniversary with my girlfriend, so I'm glad to see that everyone there had a lot of fun. Big shout out to Tetradamus. I don't know if he's here or whatnot. Go check out his stream. He has highlights from the championship game. I watched those immediately on Sunday when I had time. It was awesome. A little bit of a shaky cam, but woo! Midnight stream. All right, man. I'm glad you stuck around. Hey, Tetradamus is here. What's up, man? Dude, I watched your stream. I was watching it like 3 times to make sure I got the card count right. Because literally on that last play, I sat there going, he's at 3 health. He had lethal. What's going on? And then I like watched it a second time. I was like, oh, Crystal Core. That's right. Okay. No, it's good. He didn't have lethal. I'm not going blind here. So, dude, that was awesome. That was an awesome matchup. And I'm happy to say that we have a brand new hero that won. Our Grand Architect Halavar. Now, not to be like a social plug here, but I've noticed that one of my videos, Having Fun with Halavar, has got a skyrocket in views on my YouTube channel. Don't know what that's all about. Maybe people suddenly wanted to play that hero now that he won a tournament. I don't know. But hey, thank you guys very much for checking out my YouTube. I actually work at 6 a.m., but everyone seems to want to stream Light Seekers. It's kind of, hey man, this is 6 p.m. for me. So this is a prime time after work for me. So I don't know where everyone else lives that streams. I know a streamer, George Jester, who lives in the UK, streams at various times depending on his work schedule too. But my Twitch streams are all live after I stream. My YouTube videos are up like within 24 hours. So don't worry about it if you can't catch the live stream. I have plenty of content to go around. Other streamers do too. Tetradamus is one of them who streams, puts stuff up on YouTube at his YouTube page that he's co-working with at the House of Umbron. I highly recommend checking those guys out. No, the Umbron House. Got to get it right for branding purposes for them. Go check them out. I've already subscribed to their channel. They put out some great content so far. That's actually where I got this nice little segue from. They did a showcase today they put up on YouTube of the Prince Halavar deck list. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to kind of go into this and do my own little discussion too, because I built one before, obviously, several months ago actually now. And mine was a lot less aggressive. Mine used a lot of the defend explosive cards to really control the board and a lot more gravity cards to just really hammer into his ability and then just go off on just making it so my opponent couldn't do anything and then try and win all in one shot. But obviously the more aggressive route seems to do pretty well. Now everyone here that doesn't know what Prince Delta 1, dude, subscription? Oh my God, Delzo1! Thank you very much for being my very first Twitch Prime subscriber. I am so warmed. I mean, I do not deserve that, but thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Oh my God, welcome to the pack. You're my right-hand man, my first alpha dog, you. What's up, man? Dude, I'm currently working on just like some doodles of whatnot of trying to get like emotes and stuff to actually promote this channel to make it grow. So I know, dude, I'm so happy. This is, Delzo1, you the man. You the man. I really hope you're having fun. Tetra, once I have a sustainable income, I'm gonna give you a sub too, man. I'll be your first sub, and then once that train comes, we'll kind of back off each other. Like I'll pay you $5, you pay me $5, and we'll just kind of go ham like that. We'll chug around that choo-choo train. Anyway, enough of that. So anyone that doesn't know what this hero does, I have talked about him before because he was one of my very first like top 5 heroes that I thought was going to be really good come this new format. I thought Farapang was going to be basically a lot of the multicolored, the hybrid heroes were going to be really good, and it turns out I was right on a lot of them too. So hooray! Grand Architect Halavar, if you don't know, is superiority and explosive. First of all, right off, screams damage, screams aggro. Explosive is very high impact. A lot of tech decks right now are also aggro, and explosive is where the damage comes from. Lunar and Gravity are all the tech cards. Minor healing, Lunar really gets its healing based off of Solar and other cards. So in this, it's like very minimal healing, but if you're playing very aggressively, you're just going to hit him hard and hit him fast, and you don't really care that much about healing. What his ability does, instead of discarding, store gravity cards under this card, up to a maximum of 6, When 6 are stored, increase the damage from your explosive combos to other heroes by 3. Now, basically, what this card, when I first read it, was like, hey man, you're going to play you're going to play a really, tempo aggressive game, you're still going to be doing some damage, but then after you get like your 6 gravity cards under here, you're going to have so much finishing momentum that you're going to overpower your opponent with your explosive combos. So really, what you want to do is you want to try and add as many explosive combos in here. And he did that. He did that with Star Blast, which is a great one that is getting rotated out. I'm really excited for the new Uprising hybrid combos if they're making them. Crossing my fingers, man. I'm crossing my fingers for him. Star Blast, 7 damage, 7 healing. Such a tempo swing. You look at this as a total number. This is a 14-point swing. If you have your hero power, this is a 17-point swing. Like, that is huge. That is so much, like, potential split difference for you and your opponent that it's just a really good combo. 1 Astral, 1 Tech. It doesn't even have to be, like, Lunar or specific. It's just one of the best hybrid combos I think that's out there right now. That's just so good at splitting the difference or playing, like, a huge swing turn within 1 card. Now, Blast Sequence, obviously, both explosive, so perfect for paying Overwhelming Blast, which is the star of this deck from what I heard from the video. Just 11 damage. 11 damage right off the bat. If you somehow get your gravity into there, it becomes 14 damage. That's a major impacting card. But Blast Sequence, I mean, if they don't have buff removal or if they're not playing it, think about this. Every single one of these corners gets increased by 3. So instead of 5, 4, 3, 2, it's 8, 7, 6, 5. Yeah, you take 1, because your hero power doesn't increase the damage you take. It increases the damage other heroes take by 3. And this becomes like a major threat if they do not have buff removal. And it's just going to sit there just roasting them with missiles. And that's awesome. I mean, it's a great concept for a buff. I think combo buff, and I think it's awesome. It's very well designed. Now, the thing that I was actually curious about is he included Piston Punch. And he gave a very good reasoning on this. Piston Punch, he included it basically just to pay for these combos. Just to pay for them. Because in his deck, he's running so many more explosive attacks that he doesn't want to hold on to them. He wants to just hammer them out right away, back to back to back, really apply that pressure with superior explosive, right? He wants to go on and hit with cards like Fumbling Alchemist, into Scrapsworks Bruiser, into Tyrax Mercenary. Like, he doesn't want to hold on to these cards. He wants to continuously apply pressure. So literally just adding in a combo here to pay for other combos is nuts. It's like, it's something that I thought about, but I'm like, well, what happens if I get down to the game and I'm like holding on to this card that I literally put in there just for payment and it's dead, right? What if it's just a dead card the entire time I draw it, it's a bad draw, I'm like, it kind of stinks. Well, that's what's awesome about him adding in a tech card, which is really cool. Skyrider. Now, Skyrider is literally just you discard a card to deal 4 damage. Every single one of your cards now becomes an attack card that deals 4 damage. Like, that is so much damage potential. If you draw a dead card and you have Skyrider out, there is no such thing as a dead card. Every card becomes 4 damage, which is a very substantial amount of damage, no matter what card you use. Like, Scrapworks Bruiser is 6, a lot of damage out of that. Tyrax Mercenary is 5, a lot of damage out of that. Celestian Priest, 2 healing, 1 damage, draw a card. If you read this, this card also deals 4 damage, and is an attack card. How awesome is that? That is such good diversity. Like, every single one of these cards is an attack card, which goes really well with his Bomblings at the end here. Now, Bombling just says next time you attack, deal damage to the recipient. It's not your attack is increased, or next time you play an attack card. It's just next time you attack. Now, this is one of the buffs that came out of Awakening, got a reprint to become a robot, that has just skyrocketed since this new format, because they took away a lot of damaging cards, right? But he was telling me on the video, he was telling the Umbreon House that he won a game simply because he had Bombling out 1 turn, let it rotate onto the 6, and then he Overwhelming Blasted him for 17 damage in 1 turn. Like, that is top tier damage potential for 1 card, for 2 cards to do. Like, outside of, obviously, combos, that's where the big push down damage comes from. But having that potential damage also come, and then you start laying cards like Scrapworks Bruiser to deal 6 more next turn, Tyrax Mercenary same turn to do 11. Like, that's what? 28 damage in 2 turns with 4 cards? That's nuts. That has some extreme spike potential, which is what tech is really good at, which is what aggro decks just really want to do. They really want to hammer home and really, like, just destroy you. Now, what he was also saying is aggro decks like this, they literally only worked because of Tempest and because of Zuna, right? They needed that card draw. They needed their card engine to keep going, to make it so you never really ran out of steam. Well, the best part about Gravity, guys, if any of you haven't played Astral, I'm hopefully there's a lot of new players here with the Switch. Let me tell you about this. Gravity, if you look at 90% of the Gravity cards, all of them include the card, or include the phrase, draw a card, which is ridiculous value, right? Let's look at Anti-Gravity Snail. 2 damage, draw 1 card face up. It's a card for a card. I'll take that. And with him, I think he only included, 6 Gravity cards. 6 Gravity cards in here. So this has a huge, I don't even know the percent number, I'm not going to do the math in my head. This has a huge potential to just say, draw a card, deal 4 damage. That's really good in an aggro deck, right? He also has cards in here. Moonlight Burrower. Look at the top 4 cards of your deck. Draw 1 of them and put the others back in the same order. But if your last discarded card is not Astral, gain an additional action. Now the thing is, the hero is going to store every single one of his Gravity cards, right? Every single one of them is going right into the hero. So all Gravity is basically gone. He only has 6, so not a single Gravity card is going to be in the graveyard, unless you're playing against Arkmoss, which I believe was the Grand Championship match. And that was awesome to see that Arkmoss just kind of shut his ability down. But the only other cards he has in here are Lunar. He has 1 Subjugator and 2 Moonlight Burrowers. So this thing is always, A, going to draw you a card, and B, get you an additional action, like 100% of the time. Which is just a card for a draw a specific card, and you haven't wasted anything your turn. That's nuts. That's ridiculous. That super hypes up your card engine. Now he has Tantosian Blacksmith, which everyone knows is like a brokenly printed card, right? This card, it thins out your deck by getting you an item. You don't even have to put it in your hand. It goes right into play. If you put it into play with this card and it has an ability on it, you could use that ability right away. That's how the game works, because you didn't play the card. This card played the card. So you just like, oh, I got a free present for Christmas. It came unwrapped, and I just go ahead and start playing with it at like 12:01 after Santa dropped it off for you. And you get an additional action. You get an additional action. So you didn't even waste your turn. You're literally just like, hey, I'm going to just sift through my deck, make sure I always start with this in play. Now we'll start with my 2 actions, right? Like, that is so much value out of that card. And if you have both your weapons, guess what every card becomes in your deck, right? Every card becomes an attack card. So even if you draw this late in the game, you have both your weapons out, it's an attack card. Now, Spectral Guide. When it comes into play, draw a card. When it enters play, draw a card. So you don't even have to like play it. If there's something that puts a card into play, draw a card. And then defend ability, draw more cards. I would love to draw more cards for an ability. Yeah, I would love to do that in an aggro deck. Draw 2 cards, do 6 damage to your face. That sounds pretty reasonable to me. Now, his other cards, basically, Umbreon Barkeep, 2 healing, draw 2 cards if you're holding less than your opponent. In an aggro deck, you're dumping your hand really quick. This is a very good card for aggro. He said that he teched in Umbreon, or what was it? Oh my god, I can't even think of the card. The Umbreon card, Umbreon Informant. He teched that in because he was facing a lot of control decks usually on the ladder, and it was getting him a lot of value. But if he's going against another aggro deck, Umbreon Informant might just be a dead card. Mind you, with Skyrider, it's a 4 attack card. But you really want to get your combos, your spike damage out. So drawing cards is actually more beneficial in this sense than just dealing 4 damage. So the Umbreon Barkeep is almost guaranteed to draw you 2 cards with a little bit of healing. In case for some reason you need 2 healing, I don't know, maybe you do. Maybe you're like, I'm at 1, now I'm at 3, now you can't kill me with Insect Swarm. I don't know, but it's a really good card. I highly approve it. Umbreon Marauder, with very minimal healing in this deck, as he went through before in the video. I feel like I'm just repeating the video that the Umbreon house went off to. So I'm going to go ahead and say, like, for the 5th umpteenth time, go check that video out. Highly recommend their channel. I support them 100%. But with this deck not having a lot of healing, this is pretty much always going to be a 6 damage card. And the great thing about it is it's a defend card. It is a defend card, so it gets around cards like Subjugator. It gets around cards and say, hey, you can't attack me. You're like, okay, good. Put a stall out. I really don't want to get killed. You're like, no. I'm just gonna deal 6 defending you. I'm gonna hit you in the face with my shield. I'm just gonna go ahead and whack you like that. Shield slam, 6 damage. Like that's ridiculous. Umbreon Thief, 4 damage. You heal for 3 if you're below them, which majority of the time in an aggro deck without minimal healing, you're gonna be below them unless you're just really going off, going crazy. But still, it's 4 damage. It's 4 damage, which is completely fine. I mean, if not for the healing, this card could just be used for Skyrider, essentially the same thing. So, like, all this attack damage potential, all of this insane, crazy damage potential, and card draw engine is what makes this deck a huge, scary threat. If I saw the standings right, I don't think he lost a single matchup. I think he went undefeated in that tournament. Like, he was #1 after the Swiss rounds of 5, and then afterwards he just went on to win the whole thing with it, which is ridiculous that nothing could take him down. I think he even went against other aggro decks. I was reading or hearing somewhere that Tyrannos was another aggro mountain deck that was trying to keep pace with him, but he just couldn't do it. It's just so much card draw, so much potential. Now, another thing also you'll see in here, he doesn't run that many buff removals. He runs 2 Crazed Bomber. His third one was teched into his side deck. But, I mean, 2 Crazed Bombers, if you're killing him so fast and drawing so many cards, the only buff removals you really need to worry about are his damage prevention ones. So you don't even have to run 3 of them unless you're going against a very buff-heavy deck. So, I mean, if you're killing them fast enough for them to not even get their buffs out, your buff removal doesn't need to be 3 cards, as almost every deck out there is. Which I thought was really a really cool tech choice, because it's like, hey man, I'm going to get rid of the key buffs. I run very minimal ones. The ones that I do are like Spectral Guide or Bombling. But even if you Crazed Bomber with a Bombling out, the Bombling goes off first because you attacked, and then Crazed Bomber wipes the board. So you don't even waste your Bombling with it because it's an attack card, which is just bonkers to me. So yeah, Spectral Guide and Subjugator are the only ones that you really care about, and you're laying those Spectral Guide to draw cards, and Subjugator you're laying to really like play defensively if like the crap storm hits the fan, right? Like, you're not worried too much about your own buffs because you don't have a whole lot. So yeah, this is just a really well fine-tuned deck. Frenzy Creeble, as everyone knows, is one of the most broken cards. Oh, I got 10 free dust. Look at that. Bonkers. I got more. Oh, okay, whatever. But Frenzy Creeble is getting retired for a reason. Okay, this is basically, like, if this is one of your 4 cards in hand, you discard it, is 6 damage. 6 damage, as we found it, is insanely good. 6 damage from an underlying card to be played in a deck that does not have any superiorities, along with another one for 12 damage turns, is nutso. Is just nutso. That's why this is included in every single aggro deck you will ever see, ever. And it's still a really good one of, even if it's retired. Yeah, Frenzy Creeble is amazing. It was used so much, still going to be in any aggro deck. You're going to include one, because that's just a really good card. Just a really good card. And he was also saying he included 1 Blast Spot, and the tech choice for this I thought was really interesting to me. The Blast Spot, as I've discussed several times before, location buffs, there are a lot of good location buffs out there. The ones that are good, Mountain Fort, Wall of Bones. There's another defensive one. It's, trying to think, Bubblefish, Monstrous Defender's not it. Yukona Oracle's not it. What's the tech one? Ramparts. Ramparts is a location. So 1/2 of all the damage prevention buffs are location buffs. Being able to just deal 4 damage and then remove that, like right when you're about to hit home, right when you're about to just push through for all the damage, and your opponent's like, no, I'm going to put this defense, I'm going to try and turtle a little bit, try and recoup, and you're like, no. Your wall's gone. Blast Spot, and then go in with a Scrapworks Bruiser for 6 damage and I kill you. Like, it's just, it's a really good tech choice. It's one of probably the better family-specific buff removals out there. There's a Beast one for Poison, which I thought was really good. Removes 2, but deals 3 damage. That one's more of like remove damage coming at you, because a lot of beasts are all damage and stuff like that. Location is just, hey man, I want to blow through your wall because you don't deserve to have it. And I'm going to kill you with it. Like, you become a Mongolian raider and you're going to tear down the Chinese wall. That's what happens. You throw a little mine at it, it goes, and then, you know, you tear down that shitty wall. So this is a very well refined deck. This is a obviously a tournament winning deck. Obviously, like 100%, it won a tournament. There's no denying that. This deck does really well. Now, he even said the Telestian Priest is probably one of that when he refines it more, he's going to cut. Because, I mean, it doesn't do a whole lot other than draw you a card. 2 healing, 1 damage, draw a card. Like, it's just, he said he really used it just for card draw. Which is fine. That's completely fine. He used it for the 6th gravity slot so that in case he does need Grand Architect to go off, he has at least 6 gravity in there. Oh, plus the super gravity combo. Plus Star Blast is a gravity card. So he technically has 8. But, I mean, Telestian Priest is the one of that he even said I would take out right away if I could find a better card for it. So, I mean, 29 out of 30 of these cards are very well refined, very well put through. That I really like this deck for aggressive decks. And I'm not really an aggressive player. I'm a much more tempo control-based player. And being able to look at this aggro deck and understand every single card in it that makes sense to me, why he did it. The tech inclusion of Skyrider is one of those that I'm just like, dude, Skyrider's busted. A discard for 4 damage, like, come on. Come on, not even Cassini has that ability. Discard for 3. Come on, man. Why does Skyrider get to be better than Cassini? Why? Why does it get it? What does blue have that Astral doesn't? I don't know. Why does it get more damage? But, yeah. So I thought, what would be a lot of fun? Let's just play this deck, right? Let's play it. Let's go aggressive. Let's go ham on some of these guys. And let's showcase the deck for any of you that didn't get to see Tetra's Twitch stream that he did on Saturday. Let's just show this deck in action. Let's go ham. Let's plow through people. Now, as I was saying before, the deck that I made with Halavar a little while back is a lot more my player base. It's a lot more tempo control your opponent's hand, make it so they really can't do anything with the explosive defend cards. It's like, hey, you have more health than me. Move your attack cards back. Hey, move your defend cards back with Dimensional Hunter. Just really keep your opponent at bay while you get those gravity cards under there, and then you hit for a bunch. So, there's obviously many ways to build a hero deck, which is awesome. I think that's amazing to see. So, no, don't be buckled down, just be like, no, this hero has to be built this way. No other way it could be built. Perfect. Now, this should work. I heard there's a bug, but I hope this works. Crossing my fingers this works. We'll give him a nice hello. Good, it works. Perfect. Perfect on that. But yeah, right now I have Overwhelming Blast in my hand, which, in my opinion, I really want to hold on to for the finishing blow to really deal that 11 damage. There's no reason to use it now. I have no idea what type of... Oh my word! That's awesome. This guy went super ham on me right away. I mean, we're going to get a free action because it's not Astral. Oh, that's mean. That's mean. So, yeah, I think I do this. I wanna draw 2 cards. Right now I'm going to play a little defensively. It's really weird. I just talked about how highly aggressive this deck is. But right now I just want to draw. And then make sure I don't get hit for 12. I think that's... Why can't I lay this card? There we go. I think that's a perfectly fine play, right? Mind you, yeah, Spectral Guide. Oh no, but hey, it went under my hero. So it still served a purpose. It drew me 3 cards. And I got to benefit my hero with it. As soon as I get to 6, all this stuff is going to go off. Mountain Fort. Okay. And a Flame Bat. Now, for me... First of all, he has more health than me. So I think I'll do this. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I gotta get through that Mountain Fort eventually. Eventually I do. Depends on what he does here. If he just draws, he's really in a slow spot. If he plays cards, then I'm hoping he doesn't have a Crystal Leech and I can just Blast Sequence next turn and just get that buff going off. It'll take down his Mountain Fort. Okay, so he's doing that too. I think I just draw 2. I think I just draw 2. I could lay Blast Sequence, he could Crystal Leech it. But then I'd be down... Yeah, I think I'll save Blast Sequence. I'll try and hold on to it. Gravity Snail's card draw. Moonlight Burrower will draw me another card, give me additional action. Like this, it's just... My hand is never at the point in this aggro deck to really feel like it's doing nothing. This is move attack cards back, right? Yeah, move attack cards. So... Draw a card to our hand. Wow, we got so much stuff here, don't we? We'll take this one. I don't want to draw Star Blast. Hey, Kill You Gone. Thanks for the follow. How we doing? How we doing? Welcome to the stream. I think I'll do this, which I'll draw for because it's. Oh no, it won't. I literally just saw the card. I'm talking so much and not even paying attention. I apologize, everyone. I mean, I'm gonna move a bunch, like every single one of these cards back except for Blast Sequence next turn, so I might as well lay it to get rid of this buff. Well, only 3 of them are gonna go back. One sec, I'll read your comment as soon as I'm done deciding here. This one I'm not gonna use till later. This one I don't have an Astral for. I'm at more health than him, so I'll toss those back. Said, thanks for streaming the game. Thumbs up. Need to it, so I was hoping to find an informative stream. It looks like I found it. Pog. Dude, I try to be as informative and as entertaining as possible. How long do I think I'm going to stream for? Usually Mondays I stream until 9. I did see your comment that you're starting to stream at 8, so I really hope I don't start pulling your viewers from you. I really hope I don't do that, because I think you have the top 4 decks to showcase, too. So I'm almost saying, like, depending on how this goes, if I just showcase this, and then I host you and you talk about the top 4, I'll be fine for streaming 2 hours tonight, and then I'll watch your stream. I think just passing here is fine. Yeah, everyone, Tetradamus, I highly recommend also checking out his stream tonight. He has the top 4 decks from the tournament, because he was there. He's one of the top 4 finalists. I think you got 3rd, right? Did you get 3rd or 4th? Alright, so Fumbling Alchemist, I obviously don't want to lay because I have to discard a card. So I can deal 12 damage here and then have nothing. He's going to be playing the 2nd place deck, the Arcmoss deck. The one that Nick was playing, right? I'm a big fan of Arcmoss. I really can't wait to see that deck. Man, do I feel like if I Blast Sequence here and toss these 2, I'm going to be in a bad spot if he Crystal Leeches. I feel like if he Crystal Leeches, it'll delay him from just majorly attacking me, so this is fine. I'll take 2. He'll have to, if he does have Crystal Leech, he'll have to use a Crystal Leech on this one. Just fine. Oh, a Blacksmith. Perfect. Said, there'll be a deck profile videos on the Umbron House YouTube channel in a couple of days. Dude, I cannot wait for them. Can't wait. I'm loving your videos that you've been putting out so far. I think they're really well put together, really informative. So once again, I'm gonna do it, like, I'm gonna plug you guys every like 5-10 minutes. Go check that YouTube site out. They are awesome. They make great videos. Highly recommend for anyone that is new to the game from the Switch. Anyone that's just finding us out. Called it Crystal Leech. Yeah, dude, go check them out. Go check them out right now. Go on their YouTube channel. Click that subscribe button. Aw, man, you got a free buff too. Who runs Focus Chamber after the rotation? Mind you, the rotation hasn't hit the app yet, but who runs that card? Come on! Oh my. Oh my. Alright, so, with this, I kind of want to pull Crystal Core right now. Because if he's going to start like trying to just really hit me home, having a Crystal Core to prevent him from doing that is muy bueno. Muy bueno to me. How long has this been out? I luckily found it on my Switch, and it's incredibly fun, and it's coming from a long-time Hearthstone fan. Dude, I'm a really big Hearthstone fan, too. I played Hearthstone for the past 2 or 3 years. This game, I think, has been out for a little over a year, going on 2. I found it at the 2017 Gen Con booth, and, like, within the first day or 2, I immediately just went home and bought, like, 3 boxes. Me and my friends, we just went ham on this game, and I've been playing it ever since. It's amazing. It's a great, great card game. I think I want to just pass and try and get... Perfect. Guys, we can Star Blast next turn. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I mean, this game has been going on for a while. I think, near March, they're coming out with their 4th set. Right now, they just started a classic rotation format. The Umbron House is a great video with Tetra Talk to describe the rules in that format as well, if you would like to go check them out. Once again, plugging your channel every 5 minutes, dude. I'm doing it for you. I'm doing it. Now, do we ever Star Blast here? Wipe these out. I still have 6 damage from this. So technically I have 13 damage. I only need 3. I can lay Skyrider as well on that same turn. And if I draw a card... Yeah, I feel like this is fine. I feel like this is fine. Tetra says, going to Jersey. I don't think I can make it. I literally have to take a lot closer look on the gold tier tournaments to see when they are, what all is happening with them. I have lethal in hand right now. If he doesn't heal, I have 10 damage. And I'm at 18. There's no way he can really kill me from this point. What sets are rotating out? Right now, and he healed. He probably heard me. He heard me, didn't he? Right now, technically, like, Awakening is what's rotating out, but a majority of the heroes are retired. A majority of their combos are retired, and a majority of their weapons are retired. Well, I guess heroes and weapons. So do I ever... I think I just lay Skyrider and pass, right? I want damage potential. I can't burst him down right now, so there's no point in me wasting my 2 actions with 1 card in hand. Bombling, perfect. If he Crystal Leeches, he Crystal Leeches. That's what's he gonna do. But yeah, a lot of the really good heroes from Awakening are officially retired. I think 4 items that were busted are officially retired. A lot of them are errated. Guys, I have Blastbot to get through that. That's amazing! Oh! And a lot of the cards from Awakening are now set down to limit 1 per deck as opposed to the 3, which is normal. I think I Bombling pass, right? Draw a card in hand, see what I got. If he doesn't Crystal Leech it, I have insane value damage. Like, nutso. But yes, I highly recommend going onto their website. They actually have a filter for legal cards. The hero ones that you will find under the legal filter for no, none of those can be played. The heroes and items are what cannot be played. And then there are strict rules for the retired combos and retired action cards that can be played in the decks. Okay, so this is going to block 6 damage from my 16. Bummer. I mean, I have Crystal Core, so I don't really care about that. I do care about the Mountain Fort. I do strongly care about that Mountain Fort. Because if he is trying to go down for the burst damage, it's not going to work, because I have Crystal Core, so it's not going to be able to get popped. Man. The only thing is I can put him at 1. So I don't think I do this. I think I draw. I think I draw. Crest Bomber. That would have been amazing. That would have been great to have the turn right before. But yeah, I highly recommend going and checking out their website. It's very intuitive, very informative of what cards are staying legal, which cards are not staying legal, so that when you build decks, from what I understand, I think there were a few people at the tournament that either had to be disqualified, which is really sad. It's kind of... I wish there was a way to fix that, because they brought cards that were retired that they couldn't use in their deck, and this tournament started before anyone really went through the deck lists to check those out. So I kind of feel bad about that's what happened to those people. I wish there was a way to fix that. But I guess we fail now so we can succeed in the future. We learn from our past mistakes. Dude, this guy's got Boulder Feast up the wazoo. Come on, man. What's going on here? Now, he's got 3 damage prevention that I really can't get through in the first place, so I'm just going to pass draw. I'm going to pass draw. Draw. Just nothing but damage here. Remember, Tantosian Blacksmith is not a dead card anymore because of... I wish I could see my weapon! Because I have an ability to make it deal 4 damage. Every card is 4 damage or more now. Every card I draw is 4 damage or more. Sorry, man. Sorry, not sorry. Another ritual site. All right. All right, man. This guy's going ham. I think I just do this. attacking for 4. I want to say I hit for 6 here. Mind you, I won't be able to push for lethal. But once again, I'm not too worried about this card being his big game ender, because he can't kill me through Crystal Core. Seriously, what's with all the healing right now? Where has this been? Why has this guy run so many healing cards? He's not even, he's using, well, I'm sorry, dude. Your profanity intrigues me as to why you're upset, but I don't, I'm sorry, I don't feel sorry. Celestian Priest is now a 4 damaging card. I do have 11 damage in hand, so he's got to heal again, or he's dead. That's not immediate healing, so I'm sorry. Neither is that. So guys, we just won with efficient, consistent damage here. With that Crystal Core tech to really give us that nice buffer. To be like, hey man, we can't die from burst damage from all the aggro decks that are also out there. Just one Crystal Core is really good. If it gets shuffled back in your deck, you have Tantosian Blacksmiths to pull it out. Skyrider is an amazing card. Guys, General Carnage just showed up. How awesome is that? Let's just keep playing some ranked. Let's keep playing some ranked with this deck. I think this deck is, like I said, very fine-tuned, very well done. I mean, in that matchup, I didn't need a 3rd Crazed Bomber. I never even used the 2nd one. I had it in my hand, and I never needed to use it. It was just sitting there, waiting for specific buffs to come out that I possibly needed to remove. I used Blastbot rather than a Crazed Bomber to remove one of those buffs. Mind you, I didn't have the Crazed Bomber, but it was essentially the buff that I would have used if I had Crazed Bomber. What campaigns have I done? Oh, dude, I've done as many as I can. It depends on which ones. I'm going to hopefully deal 4 damage and draw. Really? That's a bummer. Wonder how many times that happened to the guy. I don't even think I lay Skyrider here. I think I pass. I think I hold Skyrider off for a little bit. I mean, I have done every single one that's come my way so far. I've posted them all on YouTube, my YouTube channel. So go check out those ones if you want to see me play that campaign. Is this guy just going to heal? It's one thing that nature does really well, is just heal and heal and heal and heal and heal. And that's going to be very just disconcerting to me if all he's going to do is heal. Well, I mean, I can lay that later. I think now's a fine time to lay Skyrider. I have abilities to draw cards. I have this for drawing cards. So it's not like my hand right now is in a bad spot to be. Mind you, he could lay more buffs, and me laying... Never mind. I was going to say, me laying that gets kind of Crazed Bombered right away. I don't see why not. Okay, so no... so one more noob question. Dude, there are no noob questions. I will happily answer any and all questions you throw my way. What's the purpose of the cards leveling up? I believe there was the whole option that, like, if you level up cards, obviously you get gold for every card that levels up, which is how I've accumulated so much gold, how a lot of people do. They scan their cards in physically and they get gold off of it. Do I really even want to do anything right now? He's going to heal for 4. I don't want to Crazed Bomber that 1 buff. Maybe I pass. So yeah, they're good for gold. I know before there was talk about if you reach like cards to a certain level, they were going to add in special animations for those cards to say like, hey, I reached this really high level with this card, now it does something really like glossy and cool type of thing. Recipient has more health than you after damage is dealt, you heal for 3. So if I lay this next turn, I get the 3 healing off it, waste this 1 corner buff, that's fine. I think... Well, no, actually, because I'm going to attack him, so yeah. I think Tyrex Bruiser, Tyrex Mercenary this turn is good. He's got no healing out. I'm going to start pushing for damage now. If he tries to heal again with, like, Stumped Shaman, if he lays something like that, I can Crazed Bomber, get really good value out of it next turn. Moonlight Burrower becomes effectually right now, draw a card, don't lose an action. So having this in my hand is perfectly fine. Any card I also draw from now on is also 4 damage. So like this is the part where I just start my damaging card engine. Fungal Leech, yeah, that's fine. Lay 1 more buff. No? Okay, cool. I really don't feel like I need to remove these now. I feel like where they are is fine. Ooh. Ooh. If I Umbra on Barkeep, I get to draw both these cards. Yeah. Essentially, I just found a way to get all of those cards into my hand. Because Spectral Guide I can now lay to draw a card. What are the odds? So I'll take 2. That's fine. Next turn, if he lays another buff to get good value out of it, I can Spectral Guide to draw 2. Cool, man. You do you. You do you. Lay a buff. Fine. Either way, I do think it's right to Crazed Bomber. I don't want him to get any healing. I think those are fine ones. I feel like there's probably better ones in the future, but right now, with me being as aggressive as I am, I need to start just applying pressure to him. Really? Another Umbron Thief. When you get a chance, can you link your YouTube? Because I'm on my mobile. Oh, sure thing. I don't know how mobile works, but down in my description there is my YouTube link. It's I mean, let me just see if I can link it here in chat, if that works. Another damaging one. I don't care that much about damage. Let's see here, guys. Let's see here. Do I think if I wait right now on an Umbron Thief, I'll get the healing off. So maybe I just draw 2 right now. Maybe I just hold off a little bit. I don't think... The only reason I'm not discarding Super Gravity is because I want to keep this for my Lunar to pay for Star Blast. So it's the only reason I'm not just discarding it for 4 damage. Now I can pay for Overwhelming or Star Blast. Star Blast, I think, is the better one right here. I mean, if anything, I can pay these 2 combos for Star Blast, keep Tyrex Mercenary, and I'll be able to keep... What is that? 13 damage in hand, which is just really good. After a 7-point swing, I think that's quite all right. Quite all right. Here is a link to my YouTube channel, everybody. For all you crazy cats and dogs out there that want to check me out. Dude, that's fine. That is fine. So, right now I have 19 damage in hand with Skyrider. The one thing that I know nature can't do is nature does not have burst healing. The only real burst healing it has is Spore Feeder, and that relies on you having a lot of buffs out. Otherwise, nature's healing either comes from a combo for like 8 healing max. Really? Well, that's a bummer. Hey, I got a new subscriber. Look at that. Look at that. So, I mean... I kind of feel like I have to wait till... Yeah, I mean, I can't really do it because it won't push. Bombling is nice. Piston Punch pays for Blast Sequence. That's really good. I feel like I could potentially just die here, though. Nature does have cards like Feral Rage. It does have cards like Territorial Dominance. What's that ambush one? It's like Spore Feeder? Sure. Sure. So next turn I'm going to go down to 6. There's no stopping that. Actually, I can heal. Because he'll only take... No, because he'll be at 8 too. Gosh darn it, that doesn't even heal me, does it? Darn it, I thought I had a nice little play there, but I guess not. So... I could die. He could have a lot of the attack cards like Mantic Swarm. He was just running Oakthorn Warrior. Ambush. It's just called Ambush. It's just called Ambush. I thought it was something else. So... yeah. I mean, it happens. You're not going to win them all. See, they're even upset that I lost too. They're like, "Aw, man." But it's... that was a little bit of a tough matchup. There was a lot more of an aggressive nature deck with buffs. So right there, that would have been a matchup where 3 Crazed Bombers would have been really good. But that's what the sideboard is. Playing on ladder and playing in a tournament, you have to understand, unless you actually played in a tournament, they are completely different formats. Like, oh my god, they are so different. The atmosphere, the play level, the strategery that you go through when you sit down and you actually play at a tournament. Physical cards, face-to-face with your opponent. Best of 3 with a side deck option. You're sitting there going like, okay, this is the deck I played on ladder. But the deck you played on ladder is not officially tournament refined because you have 9 cards to play with. So like your main deck is going to be different from the ladder deck you play as opposed to what you probably play in tournament format. And it's such a whole new ball game. I highly recommend anyone that can get to a tournament, go to a tournament, play in a tournament. It doesn't even matter if you lose the first round, if you don't win a single game. Just go to experience the game in its entirety, and you will truly have a new value for these people that just think way outside the box. So what I actually want to do here, since I really don't have that good of a hand, is I just want to Subjugate her. Because if I remember right, this deck is like almost all attack cards. He's just going to keep taking damage because he doesn't have... the only buff he runs is like Bubblefish. So I think this is perfectly fine to do this, get my hand refilled up. He'll get his hand refilled up. Yeah, I think this is fine. So I'll have one more turn where he can't attack me. He'll take some damage, some sweet, sweet damage. I think I might even want to lay Bombling right now while I can't remove it, and then Tyrix Mercenary will hit him for 11. Mind you, water is probably some of the best healing in the game right now. Just water is such a good thing for defensive cards. I think the only one that really matches it is maybe Mechanical. Maybe Mechanical, if I'm thinking. I mean, no, Earth. Earth is probably one of the better ones, too. What am I saying? What am I even trying to say here? I think Tyrix Mercenary Skyrider, so that I can remove the Piston Punch and play Fumbling Alchemist for another 10 damage next turn. I think these are some fine, fine plays. Unless he lays a buff, he's going to keep taking himself down. Right now, I am at the point where, like, my hand is really low. He's got a really big hand. He could just hammer me home until I'm dead. He could very well could do that. Tyrix Mercenary, okay. Rogue Starfish, damage and healing. Like I said, such a utilized, really good card. So I couldn't put him down to 12. And then I'll have one Crazed Bomber in my hand. Is that worth it? Right now, it might not be. I might just keep Piston Punch in case I draw like a Rolling Blast. Special Guide and Frenzied Creeble are not bad. Not bad cards at all. So, I mean, he's running a lot of the explosive damage cards that I probably am too. That we're not kidding ourselves with that. He's probably running one Fumbling Alchemist. And if he's not even playing Classic format, he could be running 3. 3 Tyrix Mercenaries. Chronomoth to draw a card, sure. I think right now, just because he has a lot of the damage potential to kill me, I'm going to try and kill him. Seems reasonable, right? Because unless he lays a buff, he's going to take 1. Hey, you just plugged me in Discord. Thanks, man. Thank you very much. 6 healing. Okay. Vitalizing Frog. Sure. Sure thing. So I think next turn I can Spectral Guide to draw a card. Still Frenzied Creeble. Put him down to 10. Make him probably... Because he's not superior... Ooh, that's a really good one, though. Yeah! Yeah. Now I have lethal in my hands still. He's got to heal again or lay a defensive buff. Or kill me. He could kill me. He probably runs Overwhelming Blast as well. Bubblefish. Awesome. Okay. Okay. Because I can't really kill him this turn, I think trying to draw cards and then remove the Bubblefish, obviously. If he kills me, he kills me. Let's do this first, though. Since we can. Oh my word, guys. How good are we? Let's pick up that nice little Crystal Core. Make it so we can't, you know, burst us down. We'll even heal for 2. Since I don't know a single action card out there that can deal 7 damage. There's a lot that deals 6. A lot that deals 6. Return it to my hand. Cool. A-okay, my man. Well, I still got to pop Crystal Core next turn. So I think I'll remove that. Yeah. Gives him a threat on board. He's either got to waste a turn to remove that buff or do something with it. He can return it to my hand and deal 3 damage, but he still won't pop the Crystal Core. Gonna go ahead and C-stacks. Good game, man. Good game. And that's how you do it. That is specifically why Crystal Core is in this deck. Very minimal healing. It doesn't have the Vitalizing Frogs or anything like that. So, demotion danger. Oh, demotion avoided. Oh, I didn't even know I was in the process of being demoted. I didn't know that. Whew, I didn't die. Thank the Lord. Let's open up some sweet loot. Oh, we got a fancy box. Oh, look at that beautiful worm. Beautiful worm. Am I playing ranked? Yeah, I'm playing ranked. I'm playing with the gold tier championship deck. Playing some ranked. I'm not running into a whole bunch of mill, which is amazing because I'm not a fan of playing against mill. I'm really not. C-stacks again. Okay. Where are the deck lists? Go check out the Umbron House on YouTube. They have a very nice, I believe it's like 24, 25 minute video showcasing the deck that I'm using right now. Guys, we even drew Subjugator again. To make it so he can't attack us the first couple of turns. That is mean. I'll be giving out scans of random cards during my stream tonight for all the new followers. Gonna go on after Greshu's done. Dude, Tetra, I'm so excited for you, man. I'm gonna probably watch you while I clean up my apartment. So, I will even host you. I'll do you one better. I'll host you, man. Yeah, I think just making him not attack for the next 2 turns. He can lay a Bubblefish. He can do anything he wants to do. 4 damage. Yes, he'll be playing the second place deck. I highly recommend checking it out. If you haven't checked out his Twitch stream, the first place deck
Oh, dude, you shouldn't have. It's okay. We're like besties who've never met in person. That's awesome. But yeah, dude, the Arkmoss deck, I got to see in action on Tetris stream, and that deck looks really fun. It looks very familiar to the Mimicking Horde Trianu deck that I believe Dr. Attilis kind of made famous, just with a different hero, which is awesome. Oh my god, we can even bombling again. Get some sweet bombling action. Oh! Overwhelming Blast. Oh. Paid with Piston Punch, guys. Can you imagine this? If we Overwhelming Blast for 17 with the Piston Punch and then draw an Astral card, we can get another 7 damage in back-to-back combos. What's he gonna do? Yeah, you heal up. C-Stacks, if you're watching my stream, welcome to the stream, by the way. You heal up, because you're gonna be in a world of hurt, buddy. A world. Like, no one's business. Like, if Risky Business was here. I can see the potentially overwhelming threat of just running Piston Punch to pay for these cards. And once again, like I said, it doesn't even feel like a dead card with Skyrider in there. Once it's been used up, that's 4 damage. Bubblefish. That's a beast, not a location. That's a bummer. Well, I have no way to remove that. There's no point in me trying to push for 5 damage. I think I'll just pass. Frenzied Creeble. Celestian Priest helps pay for Star Blast. If I need it. Rogue Starfish? Sure. I mean, until I find a way to get rid of that Bubblefish, I'm kind of... Ooh. I'm in a pickle. I'm in a pickle here. That Bubblefish has been saving him. I want to say I do this just for the 2 healing. It'll draw me a card as well. This will heal me as well, which I think is perfectly fine right now. Get just a little bit of healing in there. I mean, next turn I'm not really doing anything, but once this is gone, I can just go ham. He's got 3 cards in hand. Perfect. We'll both take this turn, just step back a little. Maybe do some breathing exercises. Moonlight Burrower, once again, draw a card, don't lose an action in this deck, because 99% of the time, you're never going to have an Astro card on top, with majority of them going right under the hero. So I think that's perfectly flawless. Question is, do I just Star Blast for 7, heal for 7, and then potentially have 12 damage? That seems right to me. That seems right. It seems busted, but it feels right. Also, if he doesn't lay another Bubblefish right now, even if he does lay a Bubblefish, I have 8 damage to push through. So he's got like Vitalizing Frog and Bubblefish. There's a Bubblefish. Perfectly fine. Does he have the Vitalizing Frog? No, he doesn't. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, members of the wolf pack, or pack of the pack, not a wolf pack. I don't know if I'm a wolf. This looks very much like a feral bear with like tusks. Maybe I'm just a purple boar. But we have found the lethal. Maybe, if we can lay the card. Like I said, Star Blast is like one of the best hybrid combos the game has to offer, and it is such a big, potentially swing combo, and in an aggro deck, it is beyond all reasoning. So good. So good. I'm gonna complete a quest today, guys. How awesome. I mean, let's just keep going. Yeah. Oh, if we play the same guy, I kind of feel bad. Kind of feel bad if it's the same guy. But we had some pretty close matches. I think we're fairly even. So yeah. Yeah. Did any of you guys get to... Joe happy. Joe is just so happy. Discard 1 explosive card to deal 4 damage. I bet this is another aggro deck. I wonder if he's using any like defend explosive cards, or why he chose that one over some of the other ones. The world may never know. Whoop, that's not what I wanted to say. Hello, sorry about that. Four damage, he'll take 2. That's fine. So I could push for 12. He'll deal 2 to himself. I can Tyrex Mercenary next turn for 17, draw a card. I think right now I want to draw first and keep my damage just continuously going rather than blow all my damage at once. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? With tech, I want to maybe save this for ramparts. 5 damage to him is fine. Keep the pressure on. Keep that pressure on. Next turn, it's going to sound weird and it's going to look weird. But I'm probably going to Frenzy Creeble first for 6, then draw 2 cards. Usually, in almost every card game, drawing first is the better option in this. But Frenzy Creeble is just 6 damage right now, as opposed to 3 damage if I use the ability first. Which is fine. Which is fine. I just drew 11 damage. I just drew 11 damage. Dude, since that Switch release, like, the Discord channel just blew up in people that joined it. That is so awesome. I'm so happy to see everyone getting into this game. It's such a fun game. That is mean. That is no. Who runs that card? Who runs that card? I mean, I'll draw 2. Oh, man. I mean, he's going to heal for 7. Crazed Bombering doesn't even... I want this to stay on board for him to take 1. I got to attack. I mean, I got to do something. I can't just... It's going off no matter what. There's nothing I can get around it. He didn't even know it was on mobile. Oh, yeah. This game's on mobile. I'm personally crossing my fingers the next platform they jump to is Steam. So people can play on their computers. I know right now they're in the work to get the Switch playable for dock mode, so you can actually play it on the TV, which is what a lot of people were hoping for when they heard about it. Which I think is great. As soon as it comes out on TV, like I really want to buy a Switch in the first place. I'm saving my money because I'm getting a new apartment with my girlfriend. But I really want to get a Switch and play it on my big screen TV. But playing on a computer is so much nicer. So much nicer. Instead of looking at your phone, like your neck hurts, your small screen, playing on the computer, I actually feel like I can discuss it appropriately. I can talk about the game. Really? Really? Come on, man. Doing this is fine. I want to be able to save Tyrax and Sparkus for 1. I can play on TV with the PC. That's right. That's right. But yeah, no, their adaptation to the platform of going to Switch is a huge jump for them. Yeah, being able to get it on Steam, I think, would be a really good one. That's where a lot of app games are on Steam too, so I don't see any reason why not. But I like that. This is a buff that not a lot of people run, and I love when people are playing all of these combos that not a lot of people run. I love it so much. I almost want to Crazed Bomber that just because I don't want him to like blow up in my face. I think that's a perfectly acceptable one to Crazed Bomber. Do I, however... Because, I mean, if I Crazed Bomber... Well, okay. With 3 cards, all different ones, he can deal 17, max of 18 damage to me. Maybe right now I just go ham. Yeah? Of course, if I Scrapworks Bruiser and deal 2 damage to myself... Well, no, I didn't. Never mind. I don't have 3 actions. He has 3 actions. It's perfectly fine. He can play defensively. If he puts down Ramparts, I have Blast Spot to remove it. I think the Bulwark Carrier is one of the only ones that I really have to worry about. Because that one just, it's not a location. It just sits there and it's like, no. Block 7 from all sources. And I'm like, dude. Rude. Tyrix Mercenary, sure. So that's 5. Well played, Joe Happy. Well played. When in doubt, faces the place. It really is. It really is. Yeah, this deck is doing really well. Yeah. I am super happy that, like, so many people are playing ranked right now. Like, usually on this stream, I only find, like, one person to play against. And it's always, like, the same guy with the same mill deck. Joe Happy, thank you for joining us again. Thank you very much. Maybe it's, like, far enough in the season where, like, I'm still Silver 2. And me being down here... Guys, I think I Tantosian thinned my deck out before I anti-gravity snail in case I would have drawn the weapon. And then I'm just like, man, that stinks. Do I lay Bombling? And then deal 6 damage and draw a card next turn. I think I do. Wait, I just know, because he has the Tyrex Engineers for damage. I think I just pass. I think I pass. Laying a Bombling there would have been fun. But if I bring him down below 15... Maniacal Machine. I'm all on board with that. Yeah, if I brought him down below 14 or 15, he could have just healed himself up majorly. Got a really good damaging push. I kind of even want to say I don't Bombling now either, because if he crazed Bombers, he gets a really good board clear with that. I think doing this is fine. I mean, if he kills this, then I can Bombling, because the chance of him having 2 crazed Bombers in his opening hand is pretty ridiculous. And if he does a 3-for-3 trade, that's fair game on me. I have Crystal Core, obviously, right now, in case he tries to do something for Bursty later on, so I can just pop that down, prevent it. Because that's what Tech is really good at, is burst damage, which this deck clearly shows. Ooh, look at that. Draw a card for free, get a free action. Don't mind if I do. Ooh, I mean, we have a lot of good choices here. A lot of good choices. I think... I think taking the Crazed Bomber is fine. Next turn we can draw 2. Yeah, next turn we can draw 2. If he lays more buffs, we have a Crazed Bomber on our own open board. Just like that. I'll draw 2, wipe this off the face of the earth. Mind you, I could also just Blast Bot this, which I think might be the better option. I did see him run Ramparts. But I think if I Blast Bot this, and he lays other buffs down, it might be better for me to have Crazed Bomber with a better board state. See, I'll do that. That'll be good. That'll be good. That will be good. Oh, that's a fun choice. See, in case you guys don't know, what this does is all his buffs are now going to rotate backwards for the next 2 turns. So, like, this would deal 3 and 3 again. That's nuts. But I saved Crazed Bomber for this exact purpose. For this exact purpose, to not get him value out of that. He'll take another 3. And then I have 10 damage in hand. So he's got a Tyrax Engineer. He's got to do something. What you got, boo? You might be contemplating. Like, I've Nitro Heal. There's the Bulwark Carrier. Okay. I want to say now's just a really good time to Bombling. If he's got a Crazed Bomber, he's got a Crazed Bomber. Not much I can do about that. I might even want to save the Umbron Thief here. Maybe I just do this. Hit for 6. Next turn I have 18. So I push lethal unless he Crazed Bombers this. Found potential lethal, everybody. Found 2 pancakes. Hey, how we doing? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the pack. I hope you're enjoying yourself on this lovely stream here today. And guys, I think we just found lethal. We have a solid 16 damage in hand. Boom. We didn't even need to play Crystal Core on that one. Am I gonna go up in the Division Series now? Is that what this is? Are we... Alright, guys. The hype is real. The hype is real. Playing for Division Series. Playing for the Division. Gotta stretch out. Gotta work out my boxing. You know. Gotta find myself a private pool. Train those. Async Expectation. So this deck is really cool. The lack of heals scares me though. It kind of does. The lack of heals potentially should scare you. But the fact is that it gets around it by simply having Star Blast for 7 heal and Crystal Core. Because mind you, the healing is to prevent yourself from really getting out of like major lethal range, major damage potential range, all that stuff. Do I lay Bombling now? And go for the 17 damage next turn? I don't think I do. It's too soon to go off like that. I can lay Blast Sequence though next turn. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the lack of healing does scare you in this deck. But, you don't need a lot of healing if... Oh, really? That's an interesting tech choice. I approve of that. But with Crystal Core... Oh. Seriously, dude? Now there's no point in me Blast Sequencing. This is when he attacks, right? Yeah, when I attack, he takes that much. I think laying Bombling now is perfectly fine, though. Because if he wants to Crazed Bomber, he's got to wipe those 2 out. Yeah, back to my comment for the 3rd time. Crystal Core is there to prevent you from dying in 1 turn. Gives you that extra turn that the healing cards essentially will give you, right? Star Blast is a major point swing. 7 healing, 7 damage. Man, do I even really want an Anti-Gravity Snail here? Maybe I just Blast Sequence? Get a buff down? This is difficult. I feel like I don't. But at the same time, if he Crazed Bombers this, I'll still be able to have a lot of damage potential and be fine. So I think it's fine. I think it's perfectly fine. Yeah, you don't really need a lot of heal in aggro. The whole point of aggro here is to make it so that you're consistently dealing damage. And if you... Oh, Subjugate is going to be super nice. And yeah, if you are putting healing in the deck, that means you're aiming to play the game a lot longer than what aggro is trying to do. Because, I mean, aggro just wants to kill you as fast as possible. So putting in a healing card slows down your damage potential and brings the game into that state of game, the mid to long game, that, oh, that is not cool. But that is really cool. I like that. But that's not cool. Which is where really you don't want to be. You want to be able to finish them off early game. And if this deals 4, let it deal 4. Let it deal 4. Yes! I'll take it. He can't attack me. He can still heal. I think defending right now is fine, because if I attack him, I take 6. I think healing is fine. We'll both play a little defensively right now. Mostly I'm doing it for the card draw. I can even blacksmith put Crystal Core in for free. But yeah, that's kind of why it's... The lack of healing is not necessary in these types of decks. It's because most of the time, he even runs Crystal Core too. How interesting. I approve. I approve of your methods, sir. So... I think I'll do this. And I'll put up my own Crystal Core. Now, mind you, he can Craze Bomber this all day, any day he wants, right? If he does, I still have the Bruiser to pop the core. I gotta watch myself here, don't I? Okay, so I believe what I want to do here actually is Craze Bomber, Tyrix Bruiser, so the Bombling pops the core. Yeah, good game. The Bombling will pop the core, and the Tyrix Bruiser will get the kill, and then I won't take the lethal damage from these. I won't kill myself by attacking him again. And there we have it. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Members of the pack. Okay, am I not? Oh, I'm in Division 1 now. That's what it is. I was like, I swear to God I passed it. But now I'm in the Silver 2 Division 1. I'm almost up to Silver 1. Yeah. But yeah, this is a great aggressive deck to climb ladder with. As you saw, this deck is not 100% perfect. There was a deck that beat me before. There are ways to play around this deck, but I think right now, where it is, with all of the massively powerful draw cards that Gravity has, the extra actions that the Lunar cards give it, the high-powered damage that Explosive and all the unaligned cards that give it are, and just the fact that the 2 weapon techs with Crystal Core and Skyrider to make it so, A, you don't lose the aggro matchup, or you don't lose immediately to aggro if they burst you down. You have a way to just hold it off for one turn, make them rethink their plays, while you have the massive burst potential. And then Skyrider turns all your dead cards after a while into just 4 damage, which really helps push home your damage. Like, if you're drawing a Craze Bomber, they're not running a buff, Craze Bomber becomes 4 damage attack. If you're playing, like, someone who's just consistently healing through stuff, and you need... I like this. What was that? If he has, if I have less than 15, it does 1 more, right? That's what that blade does? It's difficult to see when it's not my turn. I wish there was a way that I could still see this on his turn. Because I believe this one is Yeah. Oh, gain 1 additional action when he's below 10. Okay. Okay, that's fair. I think I'll still lay this to draw a card. Mind you, this would deal 6 damage to me, so I don't see any reason to play that. I think I just pass. My hand right now is not that good. I can blast sequence next turn if I really wanted to. He could attempt to Pathfinder me, but he'd have to choose between card draw and damage. I'd only lose 1 card by laying this, so I think this is perfectly fine. If he Pathfinders this soon, that means my bomblings have a better chance of surviving. But if he is playing a Chimchu deck, he probably runs the Chimchu... Is it Infiltrator? Is it Infiltrator? The one... I just got rid of my combos. That's awesome. Muy bueno. Ooh, okay. That's a nice choice. I think I'll just draw 2. Yeah, I think I'll just draw 2 and see where we go from there. Because Astral is also really spiky as well, I'm trying to think if I get the Skyrider for more damage. I have a lot of damage as it is right now. I think I get the Crystal Core against Astral because Astral, like I said, is very spiky, especially in the non-classic format that I'm playing right now. He could have Solar Wind, Sunstrike, Anti-Gravity, whatchamacallit. Like, there's just so much he could have for 14 to 16 damage that I think a Crystal Core against Astral right now is the better choice. All of my cards are pretty much massive damage cards regardless, so I don't need the Skyrider to get more damage potential. I think drawing 2 and then laying Bombling is perfectly fine with me. Another nice thing, Crazed Bomber only removes your action buffs. Crazed Bomber does not remove your combo buffs, which means this can't get removed from my own Crazed Bomber. It just can't. Pathfinder, sure. So this is when deal 1 damage to your target every time one of your Chimchu buffs expires. Okay. I mean, those are pretty okay ones to Crazed Bomber. Pretty okay ones. So now I'm going to deal 6. Like, I have a lot of damage right here, so I'm just going to start going off. Mind you, if the moment I put him below 10 is the moment his item basically becomes a free action for him. It just deals 2 damage, free action, all this other fun things for him. But I think I'm perfect. I'm just fine with just going nutso on him. I think I'll draw a card, hopefully deal 4. Gosh darn it. I mean, yeah, I could just pass right now and not let him get the additional action. I have 11 damage in hand. He can't burst me down with the Crystal Core. Cancel my next defense, sure. As you wish. So he must have teched that in because he was playing a lot of maybe long games. Maybe games against people who were Umbred Informanting him to prevent them from just getting major card draw. There it is. I mean, I had 11 damage from the action cards in hand anyway, regardless, but... Sweet. Oh, I got a quest done as well. I got a new quest, 20 attack card. That one's getting done ASAP. Let's open some loot here. What do we got? Bunch of shards. Sweet. I did go and disenchant all the extra cards, which is why I have an enormous amount of dust right now. And then I also went and crafted all the cards that I didn't have So I officially have 821 of 821. I don't physically own them all, but I now own all of the toy weapons and toy heroes in-game just for playing purposes. Little is sad there was not an achievement for it. Come on, Play Fusion. I thought we were on top of our game for having like a... You collected them all, like you're the Pokemon master or something like that. So, I mean, look at this. Look at this sweet number. Look at that sweet, sweet number. Where's my badge? Where's my Boulder badge for beating Brock? Huh, guys? I feel like with this, I should be on my way to Cerulean City. Alright. Where'd everyone go? Am I the odd man left out? Have I been playing this deck too much? Everyone's like, I'm done. I'm not going against the guy who's playing the tournament-winning deck. I'm not doing it. Where is everyone? The other reason I think this deck is also performing very well, like I said, I don't know, right now it probably shouldn't, but in Classic format it does, is because a lot of the cards that got retired were cards that helped the mid to control game. Mind you, a lot of the aggro cards got retired too, like Frenzy Kriebel. But a lot of really good healing was getting retired out of either the combo buffs or the action buffs. So the healing in this game is not as potent as it was before. In the Classic format. C-Stacks! Welcome back, boy. But yeah, I mean, a lot has changed to where this game is a lot more well-rounded out. Where, like, healing and fatigue isn't what dominates anymore. If you do want to play the long game, don't get me wrong, there are several ways to play this long game properly. There are several ways to play a mid-tempo game properly. Like, I've built decks and gone into casual with it before. But I still believe that until Awakening gets entirely 100% rotated out, aggro is probably going to still be one of the strongest archetypes out there. Sure. Now, if I were C-Stacks, I would honestly, since he's played me 3 times before, I would probably wait to save that on maybe a Bombling. I think I want to get the Crystal Core out now before I lay Spectral Guide again. In case I draw it with Spectral Guide. Yeah. Beautifully executed. Now, Super Gravity is really one of those where, like, I don't care that much. It is a good one if your opponent is playing Crystal Core, and you lay Super Gravity down, and you're just like, hey, your Crystal Core is dormant. Unless you remove this buff, I can kill you through it. So it's one of those, like, really fun tech choices for combos. But at the same time, in this matchup, I don't think that I'll need it. Oh, no, not that one. That one I want. And also, it is Gravity, so it goes right under him. Helps him out. Now, I also think, with this deck, I have won every single matchup without getting my Gravity under Grand Architect. Like, that is not the go-to for this deck. It is not, you need to get the 6 Gravity cards under there, you need it for the win, for the push damage. It's like, no, no, no. It's just something that's nice. It's something that's possible to get, and it's nice to have. But it is not something where you're like, man, I need to get this. Like, I need to be able to, like, push the damage. Now, part of me wants to lay this card, but a part of me knows it's bugged, and I don't want to waste it and not draw cards off of it, you know what I mean? So I feel like just pushing for 5 here is fine. Because it should light up red just like Frenzy Kriebel does. It should, in theory, to show that, you know, you're going to draw the 2 cards, but it doesn't. I am aware that there's a bug on it. So right now I'm just kind of like, we'll hold off. We'll hold off, because I don't know if that's how it works. Barkeeps works sometimes, yeah. But when we're holding the same amount of cards, I'm not going to tempt it. I'm not going to tempt fate. Hey, look at that. I think just laying this right now for a free action, get my other weapon out, just to thin my deck out is perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. I'm not laying it for a surprise. He knows my deck. I'm laying it to thin my deck out so I can draw maybe a Crazed Bomber or something else. Subjugator! Guys, against that, against this deck where he's consistently just... Sure. Where he's just consistently attacking me. See? I want to say, yeah, just Subjugator now. Maybe, yeah. Subjugator now. Pass draw. Yeah. Still got one more rotation of that before I can really start doing some fun stuff. So how many cards he's got now? 6, and I have 6. So I could... Well, no. Every card I lay is going to draw me a card. Umbra Barkeep, like... I'm going to do it, and if I don't draw, I don't draw. I should draw. I drew! Hey, look at that. I mean, this will deal 6. But I think laying this to get card draw down, he can't attack me. Perfect. Perfectly done. He still can't attack me for one more turn, so he might just pass draw here, take 1 damage, put himself down to 18. I can then... Or he's going to heal. Or he's going to heal. Ooh, okay. Nice choice. To, what, 4 cards off that? 3? I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. I think I'll do 6. And then deal 4 and draw a card, hopefully. Nope, just 2, because, you know, I have the worst luck in the world at drawing Gravity with Gravity Snail. Come on, man! So I do have Crystal Core, so he needs to pop me soon. I think... Okay, cool, cool. Alright. So now, my thought here is Overwhelming Blast him. It'll put me at 6. Actually, maybe that's not the best thing to do here. Maybe I Bombling Telestian Priest to heal for 2, poke him for 1, yada yada yada. See what he does next turn. Because right now what he needs to do is he needs to pop my Crystal Core. Like, this turn. But he also needs to, like, Craze Bomber that Bombling off. Looper. Cool. I mean, if he doesn't Crazed Bomber, I have 17 damage with Bombling and Overwhelming Blast. So he's got a heal. He's got a Bubble Fish. There's the Crazed Bomber. Perfectly fine. So, I think doing this, like, it's a free action, might as well. Yeah, that's 3 healing for me. Puts me out of some sweet lethal range. And I think I pass. Oh, am I an hour behind you? Were you going to go live now? Or... Oh, when I finish at 9, it'll be 8 o'clock for you. No, that's an hour ahead. When were you going to go live? Right, were you going to go live a half hour ago? I'm Central. I live in Wisconsin. 9 Eastern. Okay, so... Yeah, my 8 is your 9. I mean, I don't see a problem with this. pay with these two. I'll still have... I mean, if I draw another explosive, I'll have 11 damage. Otherwise, I have 12 here. So that's fine. You're going live in 30 minutes? Don't worry, man. I'll probably only stream till 8 if all I'm doing is showcasing this one deck. I woke up super early today. I had to be to work by 4, so I'm kind of tired. But thank you for everyone tuning in. I know it was a bit of a short stream. I will say that. Only 2 hours. But Tetra's going to be showcasing the second place one. So stay tuned for him in about 30 minutes or less. So, I mean, I still found lethal. Still found it. Best part about this, guys. The Crystal Core, I'm pretty sure only pops on the opponent's turns. It can't pop on mine. But because I kill him before I take the 2, I don't die. Beautiful. Right? Promotion series, alright. Alright, guys, let's see. Let's see if we can get promoted or not. Let's see if we can go up to Silver Rank 1. With this deck. But, yeah, so please stay tuned. On my channel, I'll be hosting Tetris if you want to stay here and watch through me. If you want to go straight to Tetris channel, support him there. Whatever you want to do. I highly recommend staying tuned for Tetra. Great commentator, great, just person at the game, knows it very well. So anything you learn from him will be very informative. Can't wait to watch your Arkmas deck highlight of the second place deck. I hope I did the first place justice. I hope everyone here learned a little bit about this deck as I'm playing it, talked about it, got to know the ins and outs of the first gold place tier deck. Hope everyone has a chance to play it, learn why it's so good. Justin HM. What do we got going here, man? Oh, Ramparts. I mean, I think I'm just going to Spectral Guide. I might even just Tantosian to get my Skyrider in and pass. Right now, killing that Ramparts doesn't appeal that... Nope, not the hand, the deck. Doesn't appeal too much to me. I think I'll, if anything, just let it rotate out while I'm drawing cards. That'll be fine. The Blast Bot is really a card you have to value as a late game buff removal. For when you're about to push damage in your opponent, that's when they try and bubble, that's when they try and put the Mountain Fort, the Ramparts up. Really tries to slow you down from when you're in lethal range. That's where you want to value Blast Bot. You don't want to value early game. 2 Ramparts. Are we for real right now? You just do not want to get blown out of the water, huh? Cool. I can respect that. I mean, I'll pass. I'll pass. You have put up quite a wall. I wonder what he's got going. I'm honestly curious if he's going to lay, like, just a bunch of defensive cards. If that's what kind of tech deck he is. How do you play items from a different class? Are items not class restricted? No! No, items are not class restricted at all. As a matter of fact, items are how you get access to other alignments. So in this deck, I mean, I'm running the items for their abilities and their tech values, but because I now have access to air, I can run cards like Mari Bard, cards like Thunderslug, cards like Cloud King in my deck. I just would not be able to lay them from my hand unless I had the item equipped that gained me access to that alignment. So a lot of decks that are running cross-order decks that are not cross-order heroes run the items, run the blacksmiths to get those items out as soon as possible. Get it in there. I mean... yeah. Subjugator could be fun. I don't even see a value in Crazed Bombering this turn at all. Maybe I just spend it to Crystal Core. Get that out there right now. But yeah, no, items are a phenomenal way to really build a very fun thematic deck, or a deck that has a lot of access to more buff removal if you need it for major control. A lot of cards work really well in unison together. A big one is, as I was saying before, the Mimicking Horror Trianu deck that was made famous by Dr. Attilis runs a card called Vine Lash, which is a nature buff that costs one of the alignments. It's X, and then it rotates for 14. And do I Subjugate her on this turn? I think I do. He doesn't have that many cards in hand, but if I Subjugate her, I can start going ham on him the next turn. Next few turns here. Which is perfectly fine. I think I might even... No, I'll wait. I don't want to take a poke for one and not have it do anything. But yeah, Mimicking Horror would basically... It makes the Vine Lash tick for 14, and then Mimicking Horror, what it says is... choose one of your one of your buffs. Then trigger the trigger the activated effect on that buff. So you would lay it on Vine Lash, and Vine Lash would deal another 14 damage, so it's 28 damage within 2 cards. But Mimicking Horror is a shadow of the Dread family, as Vine Lash is a combo of the Nature family. So that was a big like OTK effect in previous metas. I think Mimicking Horror is getting retired, so it's only a one of include of, but it's still, you only really need one to draw it for the OTK combo. I believe Vine Lash is still in the set too, so I mean that deck still be around. I'm sure it got nerfed because it had like Pollen Weavers and all this other stuff in it too, but it's still a viable OTK solution. And also, as you were saying before, you said you were a little worried about healing. Umbron Thief is healing when you're low. If you're losing the aggro match, Umbron Thief is 3 healing. It's a 7-point swing. Very good, very strong. Do I ever Star Blast here to get that combo out of my hand for Fumbling Alchemist? Part of me says yes. Part of me says, why are you even questioning this, Frank? Come on. In my hand, I have 6, 10, 16, 22 damage in hand. 28 damage in hand. He has to... So much to learn to play at a high level. Dude, there's a lot to learn about this game, but I highly recommend a lot of people, including me, I have done review streams for these cards. I gave my best value opinion on them. Just watch all the streamers. Follow all the streamers. Me, Tetra, George Jester, a lot of other people play this game. I play a lot for fun. Mostly I try and come up with some crazy concoctions for decks. For some reason, like 75% of them turn to work. I don't know how. I don't know why. But I do know how to talk very technical about this game to discuss it on a high level. I know Tetra does as well. George Jester does too. Just a lot of people that have played this game for a while are finally starting getting into the streaming of it. So right now that you're on the Switch, now that you're into this, we're all here, man. We're all here to help. We're all here to give you feedback. I know every once a week, if people want to, they find me on the Discord channel. I know a few people have asked me to, quote-unquote, deck doctor. They'll give me a deck list that they're working on. They'll say, hey, I'm trying to stick with this theme. I can't really get it to work. Is there something I'm missing? What do you recommend? If you don't know the entire card pool the best way that a lot of others do, I am more than happy to take a look at a deck for you in my free time. Good game, man. Good game. And I will give my opinion on what cards I think you should take out that don't work that well based on what I've played with it. Tell you which cards you can add in to make it work a little better. And then, if depending on my stream and what day it is and when I get the deck, I'll play a few games with it on stream to showcase it for you about why I made these changes. I'll play it in action, give detailed explanations of why I'm making the turns that I do. Like, I'll be more than happy to help people that don't know the game that well to help work on their deck. If they want to buy the cards physically, they want to craft, but they don't want to spend their shards on cards they're not sure about. That's what we're all here for, man. We're all here to help. The Discord channel, if you haven't joined that, join the Discord channel. We love discussing the game there, talking about deck lists as well. So, dude, thank you very much. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. I have only been streaming for a few months now. I think I started streaming the month after I came back from the 2018 Gen Con, and I've been loving it. Just streaming this game has been so much fun. Watching the community grow now, it switches out. Huge uproar and a bunch of people that have joined the game. We all love talking about it. Instead of discarding store combos under your hero, but no more than one at a time, ignore any damage. So his ability basically is his combo becomes a Crystal Core. Awesome. Which makes me hope and pray he's not Fatigue. Because I have seen a deck like this, with this hero, run Fatigue with just multiple Crystal Cores and stuff like that to beat out aggro. 4 damage is nice. It's nice for me, it's nice for you. I think I will pass. Didn't really want to draw a combo there. Super Gravity kind of stinks. Kind of stinks. I am more than likely going to win the promotion series. I mean, I hope so. But like I said, I've faced someone like this way back before even Classic came out. Play real fast to beat Garrett. Is he a mill? Is he a mill heal Redonkulous style deck? If he is, I think Skyrider is benefited in this matchup. It makes me want to get my hero power finally activated this match. Sorry, rotating for the other guy. LOL. Love control decks. Dude, that's completely fine. I like I said, I am a major advocate for mid-range and control decks. I love actually playing a long game. What I don't love, and I've said this in many of my videos before, I don't love, the way that this game plays Fatigue, because healing, all he is healing. Healing is so overwhelmingly strong compared to damage that the way, because you cycle through your combos to put them back into your deck, that you really don't do anything but your opponent, but count how many cards are left in your deck compared to your opponent's deck. That's all it is. And then you just wait it out until he just runs out of resources, and that's how you win. And to me, I mean, that's fine, but it is so difficult to beat until the rotation patch comes out. I don't have the whole lot for Awakening, so I really can't wait for the Switch. Dude, same here. Same here, man. I think Craze Bomber and this is fine. And I think just hopefully 4 damage, draw a card. Of course, it's an Astral. Kind of stinks. But mind you, I now need only one more card. Oh, this is a bad turn to want to pass, but I think I do have to. I got nothing. I got no real damage here. Oh, I may sync exception on the app. I had to pause the stream earlier when I got... Dude, awesome! I'm glad I was able to fight you, man. Those were some really good games. I'm glad that you were A, tuning into the stream to watch, and B, pause the stream to play me in a fair one-on-one matchup. I think that's very nice of you. That was an awesome game. That was a very awesome game. Okay, so he's gonna make me move cards back. So... I think drawing here is fine. If he uses this ability to make me move stuff back, that's fine. Move Piston Punch and probably Umbron Thief back. Moonlight Burrower is a free action for me and a card draw. I like playing against your deck. I'm sorry for playing Metascar. Dude, I'm playing... oh, you're talking to him. Sorry, I was reading... The whole name's all blurred together. Storm Shaman, really? Maybe he is burst? Maybe he is burst? Ooh, do I though? I think I do this. I still have a free action. Now I'll heal 2, draw. And I think I'll Bombling. Yeah. I think I'll Bombling. See what he's got. Spark Wisp, sure. 9 damage. Okay. So he'll heal for a little bit. Deal a lot of damage to me, that's fine. So... I potentially could die here. Actually, I think I'll use my ability. I want to remove this, actually. In case he Bubble Fishes, then I can Crazed Bomber, Scrapworks Bruiser next turn. I don't want to get rid of my buff removal in case he... Oh, you're right, he has a Crystal Core. Delzo1, thank you very much. I completely forgot about that. So, yeah. I need him to not Bubble Fish or heal. There's the heal. Gosh darn it. Dude, I completely forgot about that. I talked about it right at the beginning of the matchup, and I forgot about it. Oh, I feel so bad. So, I think I lose this. Because I can pop him at 1. But I'm at 6 and he's playing Storm. And then I'm out of cards in hand. And I would be down to 4, actually. So I think I lose this, in all honesty. Oh, that is going to be such a good one. If I can live for a turn somehow. I don't have Crystal Core because I was banking on this being mill. There's the Bubble Fish. There's the Bubble Fish. What is that? What is that? Hold on. Hold on. Heal yourself. No, why are you healing? You don't get to heal. You don't get to heal at all. Is it a defend ability too? No, it's an attack ability. Okay. Oh, gosh darn it. Well, I mean, maybe I just do this and pass. I forgot to Craze Bomber this away. I forgot to Craze Bomber it away. Tuck2 lost last week. I think Tuck2 actually got in the top 4 of the tournament. Mari Bard! Okay. Am I dead now? I could very well just be dead. I could very well just be dead. Why can't I lay this? Why? There. I was like, what? Why can't I lay the buff? So, he could use his weapon ability, he could Spark Wisp me, he could... Yep. There we go. I misread that. I misread that game in a big way. And I should have honestly got the Crystal Core. I read that as mill, because I went against so many Storm mills. I did not think he was just going to be aggro. Especially after that flood so early. It just immediately made me think he was fatigued. One turn away, man. One turn away from winning. It was close. It was very close. I mean, right now I think there is an established meta the higher you get in the ladder. Just because this format has not changed over to Classic, there's no real established meta. There is going to be now that tournament-winning deck lists are out there. People are going to be playing those like I am. But as soon as Classic hits, that's when the whole meta will completely get uprooted and change. But as of right now, I mean, the meta is still what everyone has been playing since Nationals. You've been stuck at Silver 2 for a while. Dude, I mean, I haven't played ranked in so long. I think when I got my my 5 wins to determine where I was going to be put, they put me in rank 2 silver, and I was like, okay. And I honestly haven't touched rank since, because I was just like, dude, all I've been playing is Fatigue. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to sit here on stream and play a 45, 50-minute game when I want to just test out some decks. Not going to do it. I don't think that's entertaining. Maybe that was the plan, to make you think you were fatigued so you could burst. Probably. Which is like next level plays, right? On the app, you're like, oh man, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to flood and heal for 11. Show him all of these, like, Maribard, Bubblefish, all this stuff that makes me think he's healing. And then now he Storm Shamans and kills that. I think what could have helped me is the turn that he had Storm Shaman out. I probably could have Crazed Bomber that. But I wanted to try and get rid of his, like, Bubblefishes and really push for damage. I didn't think I was in that bad of shape if he bursted me down. I was also trying to cross my fingers that he had, that I could draw either the other Blacksmith or the Crystal Core, so I could avoid any burst damage from that. But that was just one where my early misread really affected me and hurt me quite a bit. But this is my last promotion series. After this game, I will be signing off and hosting Tetra as he goes, and what's the word? Showcases the second place deck of Arkmoss that I believe TPK Gaming played. F-Zero, another Storm deck. Okay, what are you? When you play a combo, you rotate or remove 1 beast buff from another hero. Very interesting. Arkmoss, dude, I love Arkmoss. I love Arkmoss so much. I think the smart thing here is to hold Tantosian. Living Cloud. Okay, we're going Aggro Storm. I think I'm safe bet to pull out Crystal Core right away with this. I think that's a safe bet. Usually, Fatigue decks don't run Living Cloud. They just don't. I also think Fumbling Alchemist is fine. If you use 2 cards in 1 turn, I'll use 2 cards in 1 turn. And then I'll do this to make sure I didn't draw a combo. Guys, there's only 6 gravity cards in this deck. Plus 2 combos, so I guess 8. But, oh my god, how do I hit it every time? How do I hit it every time? Can someone answer that? That is unbelievable. That's fine. That's 4 damage. That's what I want to see. I think, actually, I'll deal... It is going to hurt me a little bit, but if he draws next turn, I can Umbron Barkeep and heal and draw. So I think right now, pushing for damage, knowing I have card draw in my hand, in case... I mean, he could lay 1 card and draw, and if he does, I still have Telestian Priest for a card draw, but I'm banking that he just double draws right now. Bubblefish! Really? Really, man? He did the 1 turn I didn't want him to do. Well, I can still... Heal 2, draw a card. Well, that does not help me at all. I can Moonlight Burrower. Free card draw, free action. This card is so good in this deck. So good. Lightning Bringer, are you for real? I am in awe. Well, I mean, I'll take the Subjugator, and I'll pass, and draw 2. None of those cards really help me. What I want to probably do is... I mean, this thing's going to hit me for 10, right? No, because I can put Subjugator out, and have a buff out, and it'll only hit me for 5. Flawless. Flawless, guys. I'll just have to, you know, play it at the right turn. There's no point in me even trying to attack right here. Subjugator I want to lay next turn, so I have a buff out for this. I mean, if he Thunder Slugs it, he Thunder Slugs it, right? There's nothing I can do about that. Star Blast, however, is going to be a nice turnaround for when he thinks he has the killing blow. And I say, oh no, 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 no. So yeah, Subjugator next turn. Actually, really? Really? Okay, well, I mean, I'm going to Subjugator now, of course. I even think I Tyrax Mercenary. Yeah. Star Blast is going to do... I mean, he can't attack me. So, I mean, he can't pop Crystal Core either. I'm going to heal for 7, deal 7, have a really good damage swing. Have 6 damage afterwards. So he's got to defend or heal soon, or I'm going to swing this game around with my combos. And it's going to be glorious. Boom. Boom. Still can't attack me. Still have Crystal Core up. I'm sitting in a mighty fine sweet spot. Ooh, even if he does put like a Bubble Fish out or something, I have a Crazed Bomber to remove it now too. What do we have? What's going on? So he's got to heal, right? He's got to heal. Even if he does try and damage prevention buff. Okay, so he healed. He healed, that's fine. If he draws, I can deal 6 damage to him. That's a nifty tech choice. So I'm gonna... Man, I'm like, do I Crazed Bomber that at all? Just to not take the 2. I feel like it's fine with where I'm at. Crazed Bomber it. Scrapworks Bruiser him for 6. He's either... He has to, like... lay this card and draw 1. But even then, my Umbron Barkeep, I'll have less cards when I lay this. I'll heal for 2, draw 2 cards. Several cards in my deck. Several cards in my deck deal damage. I'm going to draw 2. Beautiful. So he's got 1 card to pop my Crystal Core. He can't do it. I have lethal in hand. He's got to heal. I mean, he could Bubble Fish and ruin my day too. Guys, I made it to Silver 1. What a great way to end this stream and hop over to Tetradamus. Well, give him the well played. Well, good game. Good game, man. We are officially Silver Rank 1, Division 3. Like a champ. Oh, beautiful. And I completed a quest to... Give me that gold, give me them gems. Open this up as a commemoration. More gems, awesome. Alright guys, short stream today because Tetradamus is going up right now to demo his deck. Not his deck, but the second place deck. Delzo1, thank you very much for the sub. That was mind-blowing today. I am beyond thankful for that. Head over to Tetro. I will be hosting him right now too. So you'll be able to check him out. I cannot wait to see what he's got with that Arcmoss deck. It looked really cool. I hope to see it in ranked play just like this one was. I hope you guys enjoyed yourself. I'll be back Wednesday from 6 to 9 Central Time. So see you then. Welcome to the pack for all you that followed and subbed today. Thank you very much for joining me. I promise I will be more productive on this stream, getting stuff up for you guys as much as possible. I hope to see you guys in the future. I hope you guys come back and learn a little bit more. Without further ado, everyone, here's Tetradamus. Thank you very much for watching.